A storm is here. A blizzard, actually. The Weather Channel promises high winds with up to 2 feet of snow mixed with periods of ice. It is deadly beautiful and quiet. The world stops for a few hours and is silent. Silent as the grave. My time has come. I am gleeful as I gather my instruments and cold weather gear. They know me so they won't fear me when I arrive at their door. But fear me they will once I begin my winter games. I almost feel sorry for them. The wind is howling as the snow quickly deepens. I begin my trek to their door. What good luck, the electricity has gone out now. Giggling, I quietly make my way onto their porch. With my bag of instruments slung across my back, I bang on their door and yell that I need help. 6-year-old Janice peeks out of the curtains and into the gloomy storm. She calls to her mother that it's just Mr. Tristan. I see Mary's smiling face as she opens the door and implores me to come inside from the cold. Removing my outerwear, I tell her that my car broke down. She takes my things and hangs them by the fireplace. I ask her if Tom is home, and she tells me that he got stuck halfway home and wound up staying at his mother's. I'm giddy with joy at this development. Now I can take my time and enjoy. After sipping on a warm cup of offered tea, I take my bag and dump the contents onto the floor. Little Janice comes over and is puzzled when she sees the ordinary tools. Out of my bag comes a hammer, nails, powdery gel with bits, sandpaper, and a large hunting knife. "What are you going to build with, Mr. Tristan?" she innocently asks. I smile, but I don't answer. Mary walks into the room and asks the same question. This time I look in her eyes and let my smile fade. "Tristan," she asks, "are you all right?" I just continue to look at her without comment, and suddenly she knows. Before I can react, she grabs Janice and races up the steps. Oh, what fun this'll be. I decide to chant, "Mary, Mary, quite contrary, you cannot hide from me. With doors all locked, you're in for a shock. Very dead you'll be." I don't think she liked my rhyme as I hear stifled screams come from the upstairs room. Outside, the wind howls as the sun begins its descent. With the power out, the house will soon be enveloped in complete darkness. I will begin my hunt earnest then. I have dreamed about this for years. It has taken so long for me to find just the right set of circumstances to carry out this delightful deed. I decide that once I finish my games, I will bathe in the blood of the mother and daughter. I feel myself becoming quite aroused at the thought. What a horrific surprise for Tom. "Mommy, I'm scared," Janice whispers. Mary hugs her daughter close and tries to think. Tristan has gone mad and she realizes that there will be no help coming. She has locked the bedroom door and further locked them into the inner bathroom. There's one small second-story window next to the sink. She tells her daughter to stay put while she tiptoes into the bedroom and pushes the heavy, antique chest of drawers against the door. She hears Tristan's laugh come from downstairs. He begins to sing, "Mary, Mary, sweet and mild, I have come to kill your child. You will watch her scream and cry long before I gouge your eyes. Mary, Mary, sweet and mild." Hell, I've run out of rhyme, Mary. How do you like my new twist on Twinkle, Twinkle, Little Star? I think it's marvelous. Mary, do you really think that heavy furniture can keep me out, you silly girl? Mary sits next to her daughter in the gathering gloom of the bedroom. She's in for a shock. How can this be? Tristan was always a good friend. They've known him for over 5 years. He's come to family cookouts and birthdays. She drops her head and sobs. This terrifies Janice and begins to cry as well. Mary knows that the only way out of this nightmare is to gather her wits and think. "Mary, I'm coming up the steps. Mary, I'm on the first step. Mary, I'm on the second step. Mary, I'm on the third step." She screams, "Stop it! Stop it!" as he devilishly recites lines from the creepy childhood ghost story. He only laughs as he passes the hunting knife from one hand to the next. eager to feel it cut and slide into human flesh. He tastes and savors her terror. Darkness pours into the unlit house. Outside, the sun is gone and the temperature slides to below 12 degrees. The added wind chill takes the ambient air to single digits. The night is brutal without and within. Glancing about her bedroom, the only weapon Mary can find is her husband's golf clubs. As quietly as possible, she helps her daughter into the attic crawl space out inside her closet. Mother kisses daughter, wraps a blanket around her, and tells her to remain totally silent. Arranging the closet clothing to camouflage the crawl space opening, she begins to plan her next move. She hears the teasing, slow turning of the doorknob and vomits her fear. "Let me in, my little piggy," he whispers. She doesn't respond. "Let me in," he says more loudly. "Let me in!" He screams and begins to kick the door repeatedly. She is suddenly met with absolute silence, knowing that it's time to move. She swallows her fear, creeps to the bathroom, and quietly opens the window and removes the screen. She hurriedly disturbs the snow and prays that he will think that she escaped onto the roof below the window. He begins to laugh so hard his sides hurt. "Mary, I haven't had such a good laugh in, well, forever." He wipes tears from his eyes and he begins to break the door apart. The hammer makes easy work of the cheap, hollow core door. Once broken apart, he begins to push against the dresser. He laughs again. "Mary, this is too easy." Once in the room, he can hear the wind howl and notices that it's freezing. In the darkness, he follows the blowing air into the bathroom, where he finds the window open. "Shit!" he shouts. Leaning over the ledge, he sees that the snow has been disturbed. The sickening sound of smashing bone and pummeled flesh is heard as Mary beats at his temple with the golf club. Over and over, she smashes his head until his blood has sprayed the walls and the floor of the bathroom. With strength she had never before possessed, she pushes his body out of the window and kicks at it until it falls 2 stories below, impaling itself on the ice-covered, sharp wrought iron fence. Her entire body begins to tremble as she slams the window closed and runs to get her daughter. As the mother and child embrace, the electricity snaps back on. Mary races downstairs and turns on the outside lights. Looking out the window, she drops to her knees with a sharp intake of breath when she sees that Tristan's body is gone. There is only blood splattered now.